Okay. Hello, Robert. Yeah. Hello, Robert. How you doing? Okay. Today we're going to work with some harmonic, cross harmonic, and we're going to work with the bass drum, hi-hat, the right hand and left hand. Now, harmonic, the term harmonic means to play together at one time. Like, for example, if I just played the ride cymbal, oh, good Lord. If I just played the ride cymbal by itself, it's one voice. If I play the ride cymbal and the bass drum together, that's in harmony, and it gives you a totally different sound. Same thing with the left hand. If I play the snare, and I'm going to play the left foot with the snare, and I'm using my hi-hat for this. Now, if you have double, hola, Marcio. If you have double beaters, you can use the double bass drums with that. I rather use the hi-hat for a different kind of voice because I have the bass drum here. Okay? So, where did Bob go? So what I'm going to do is we've been working with the stick control book, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and no problems developing the hands. But why not condense that, consolidate the hands and the feet and play the stick control book down harmonically. Now I'm locked in to two different voices here. The right hand is on the ride cymbal, then the bass drum together. Harmonically. When I hit the snare drum, my hi-hat at the same time. Without, with. Without, different sound. So if I do the first line of stick control book with the vamp, now we're going to work the hell out of the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, vamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just an exercise. I do want to wait until the chat populates, okay? You have any questions on anything, Marcio? Now, Marcio, you're going to have to buy the workbook or the formulas. Now, because you live, in Mexico? I could only send you the PDF forms. The PDF form for the stick control formula is $25. For the workbook, it's $20. So, go to my PayPal account and add either $25 or $20. Either or. You need to buy that. I'm not going to be writing out a tremendous amount of PDFs no longer. Where'd you go, Robert? Okay, so there's 4 people watching and only 2 people are in the chat. So let's all get into the chat before I start the lesson. Now tomorrow, I'm going to do a total day of reviewing. You guys have a tremendous amount of work. And bring the questions to the table. Hey, Dennis. Hello, Dennis, you're in a good mood. Hello, Matt and the chat. I know you are, Robert. Okay, who else is here? Stacy. Why do you have to leave? Okay. Marcio, did you understand what I said? Old dog, how you doing? Anyway, old dog, I straightened that out for you with the reoccurring thing. Okay, so like I was saying before, I wanted the chat to populate a little bit. And, we worked, like I said, tomorrow is just a total day of reviewing. Drum pad, drum set. So get your questions together. Things you're not sure of, please go in the chat and ask. Oh, you're having another teacher. What is that, a Skype lesson, Stacy? Because I do Skype lessons as well. Anybody would like to take a Skype lesson individually, please feel free to hit me up and we'll talk about it. Okay, so now we're going to work with harmonic coordination today. Now, harmonic means to play together. Okay, Robert. So, for example, if I just play my right hand on the ride cymbal, it's just one sound. However, if I play the ride cymbal with my bass drum, it's a totally different color, different sound. Without, with. Without, with. Same thing with the snare drum. Well, if you want to take a Skype lesson with me, Stacy, give me a call, give me a holler, okay? We'll work something out. The left hand now is on the snare. So if I'm going to play my left hand and left foot. Okay, so now, without, with. Hear the difference in sound? Now we're going to take the first line of stick control book. Okay? And we're going to play, whenever we're going to play the stick control book, we'll start with line 3. Because line 1 and line 2 sound too much like a polka. So, like for example, we do line 3 on the drum pad or the snare drum and we're playing full strokes. Like so. All right, we're not giving our feet a workout. So let's incorporate the feet with the hands. Now I'm locked in to my right hand on the ride cymbal, my bass drum, my left hand on the snare, and my hi-hat together. I'm going to do it that way for a little bit, and then I'm going to switch off voices, okay? And you'll see the difference in color. It becomes a whole total different thing. But still, you're doing right, right, left, left, harmonically. So let's start with the ride cymbal and the bass drum, then the snare drum and hi-hat. 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, vamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, line 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, harmonically. 1, 2, 3, 4, vamp. I'll vamp early. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, line 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now I'm doing them slow. Okay? So let me up the tempo a little bit. Line 3. And by the way, my left foot, I'm playing with my heel up, and I'm squashing with my toe. I was told a while back that's called the squashing method. I'm squashing my left foot so I get that nice clean chick. So let's do line 5, okay? A little faster. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, vamp, 1. That was line 6. Do we all understand this? You're really working that left foot. Unbelievable. Okay, because it's actually, you know, it's the forgotten foot. You know, you're always playing a 2 and 4. Instead of playing all 4 or all 8th notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to really do a workout with that left foot. Now, take a tempo that you're comfortable with. Don't be like trying to do it 9,000 miles an hour, because you're going to start to get cramps with the right foot and the left foot. That is a no-no. Once that comes into view, stop. You don't want to hurt yourself. Okay? You got it? You got it? Guys, it's a good exercise. Now I'm locked in here, using 4 voices here. Now I could change the right-hand voice to the floor tom-tom. See that? The vamp is what I'm really after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. 4, 2, 3, 4. It's a hell of a workout. It's pretty dry, Marcio. Marcio, you need to buy the stick control formula book or the workbook. To you, it comes in PDFs. I cannot send it to Mexico. The PDF for the formulas, because we're going to be working a lot from the formula book, is $25. For the workbook in PDF form, it's $20. So after the lesson, send me either $25 or $20. I'd rather you send me the $25 for the workbook. It's 180 pages sent to you in the email. Got it, Marcio? Oh, we got a lot of people watching here, but nobody's in the chat. Old Dog, Robert, Stacy, Robert, Old Dog, Marcio. Okay. Where's everybody else? Okay. Do we understand all the harmonic? And we can change the voices. I'm playing light so you can hear. Let me take the snare drum. Okay. Paradiddle. Now I got this. No, it's not. Just creeping. Randy, wake up, man. Okay, it's not it. It's just a harmonic thing. All right? Hey, Mr. Manti, how are you? We're working from the stick control book, harmonic coordination. This is why I don't like to start early, because I have to repeat myself over and over again. But anyway, if we're using the ride cymbal, we're using the snare drum, the bass drum, and the hi-hat. We're doing harmonic. That means that I'm playing 2 voices at one time. I want to start with line 3 for you, Mr. Mante. 1, and. See that? 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, vamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 5. You get the idea? Randy? Mante? Everybody understand it? Any questions on it? That's called harmonic. I'm playing, and I got this from the four-way coordination by Elliot Fine and Marvin Dahlgren. Both those gentlemen are not with us anymore, but they left a legacy with that book. Unbelievable. Okay, when I first obtained that book, I said, whoa, I must have been about 15 or 16. I said, geez, you have to learn how to play the marimba or the xylophone in order to play this. Not until maybe a few years back I really got into it, and I took that knowledge, that concept, and that technique over to Mr. Stone, and I've come up with these different things here. Now we understand what harmonic is. Two voices at one time. Right hand, right foot. That's harmonic. Left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. That's nice and easy. Got it? It's easy. Do it slow. Now with my left foot, like I said before, I'm using my heel up and I'm squashing. My bass drum is my heel is down. Who is this? Louis. Okay, how is that? Louis, can I call you Louis? You saw my videos with the vamp. It's not with always the left hand. The original exercise that I do is full strokes with the vamp, half strokes with the vamp, and quarter strokes with the vamp. And I run down the stick control book. Whatever hand I end with for the particular line, for example, line 1, I end with the left hand. So I'm going to do a 4-measure vamp with the left. Okay, now I go to line 2. When I end line 2, it ends with the right hand. So I vamp with the right hand. Do you understand that, Louis? Let me give you, I'm going to play it a little up-tempo. Okay, I'm going to play say half strokes line 5. Now line 5, I end with the left hand. So I'm going to vamp for 4 measures. So I'm going to play 1, 1, let me get the snares back on. Sorry. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, vamp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. See line 6, I ended with the right hand. Okay? Now, what I do as a warm-up occasionally, without even doing the stick control book, I'll set the metronome. I don't have it set up here with the drum set. I will, though, eventually in a day or 2 or 3, or a week or 2 or 3, whatever. It'll get there. What I do sometimes, without doing stick control book, I'll take a tempo, say 150, 160, after I loosened up somewhat, and I'll just vamp. 4 measures with the right, 4 measures with the left. Example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, left, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, right. So I distribute the workload on the right hand and the left hand. Now all a vamp is half of a 16th note, a single stroke roll. Then we get into the turnarounds and everything. Louis, where are you from, Louis? And thank you for stopping by today. Hope I could help you. If you'd like, I'm going to put you on my mailing list. However, in order to get to that, you have to email me. That's where, is that in Canada, right? That's my email. You want to email me, I'll put you on my mailing list, and every Monday or Sunday night, you'll get the location and time of the lessons and the agenda for the week. Now, Sure. Now, if you're going to need, and we've been working on with the students that are frequent and whoever purchased the stick control formulas. Now that comes in hardcover and PDF. However, being that you're out of the United States, the hardcover is totally ridiculous with the shipping. So it would be only available in PDF format. The hardcover is $45. The PDF, it's 180 pages of all the lessons we're going to be doing. 180 pages for $25. You get it in your mailbox, you print it out, put it in a book. Okay? So just email me, make a decision on what you want to do. But thank you for stopping by. I hope this works for you. We do this every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for now. Okay? Guys, come Thursday, there will be no lesson at all. No 1 p.m., no 7 p.m., okay? Now, you're from Vancouver. Is there a time difference there? Right now, it's 1:15 on the East Coast in New Jersey. What time do you have there, Louis? That's Gmail, I'm sorry. Man, I keep making a mistake. Gmail.com. A little bit of a typo. I'm on the Eastern Standard Time. It's now 1:15. You're on what? The California time, I guess? Is that what you're on? It's 10 a.m. So you have a 3-hour difference. That's it, like California. All right, 7 p.m. will be 4 p.m. All right, that would be good for you. Okay? Now, if you want to purchase the workbook, you want the PDF or the workbook, that's $20. The stick control formulas is $25. It's Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Okay, so anyway, we're doing the harmonic, and at different tempos. I locked you into to 4 voices, the same voices: the ride cymbal, the bass drum, the snare drum, the hi-hat. Now let's do cross harmonic. You have any? First off, do we have any questions with the harmonic? Any questions with harmonic coordination? I mean, it's nothing that has any concept to do. It has no concept to do with any particular kind of music. What it has to do with, it's an exercise. Okay, to say good morning, limbs, or good afternoon, or whenever you practice. The next movement we're going to do is a cross harmonic. And again, I'm going to lock in to the ride cymbal, bass drum, snare drum, and hi-hat. Now, the first exercise we had was when my right hand hits, my bass drum hits. When my left hand hits, my hi-hat hits. That's harmonic. Now we're going to do cross harmonic, which simply means when I hit with my right hand, my left foot's going to hit. 1, snare drum and bass drum. Example, if I do line 3, which is right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Now I'm going to play when my right hand hits my left foot. We understand that? It's just a workout. And don't forget the vamp. The vamp is what's really the workout here. And yeah, you got to think of it a little bit, because we're all accustomed every time we hit with the right on the cymbal, we're hitting the bass drum. But now we're hitting the hi-hat. Now, bass drum and snare. So line 3 would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to vamp. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 measures and to the next line. So we have harmonic and cross harmonic. Are there any questions for you guys? Let's hit them up now. Okay. If there's no questions with harmonic and cross harmonic, I don't want to take it as a linear thing yet. Just those two. I don't want to drop a whole lot of stuff on you guys because, you know, the people have been frequenting, coming every day, 4 times, 8 times a week. Now you guys, you have a lot of work to do, a lot of catching up to do, and that's where that review is going to come in. Okay, so we have the review, and we can start the review right now if you like. Okay, now in addition to that four-way, the harmonic coordination, we're doing the stick control book, 1 and 2 and like that. But I have a couple different exercises. For example, R would become 3 rights. L would become 3 lefts. Now, you play this without a vamp unless you want a vamp. Vamping, man, is murderous. I mean, it's a physical workout here. So if I take line 1, now I'm going to do it slow. Very simple. I'm sorry. 3, nice and light. And the reason why I'm playing light, so I could talk above it, okay? You're absolutely correct there, Randy. Like I said, when every time drummers have a tendency, they play with their right bass drum. All right? When they play with the left, it's still bass drum. The hi-hat's the forgotten foot. It's used 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, you're cross harmonic. You know, I did do the exercise as a 4-way or linear exercise with the stick control book. But let's get back to the triplets first. The triplets is a workout. If I did line 3 just on one surface, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to do it harmonically. I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a hell of a workout. Now you have to work that foot, that forgotten foot, man, is what you really want to work with because you don't give your left foot enough time. It's always ding, chong, ding, chang, heel, toe. If I'm playing a shuffle, 1 to 2 to 3, I can play whatever. There's all different varieties. But we all do understand that. And anybody here have the 4-way coordination book? I mean, it's not necessary to buy it, but I'm just curious of how many guys here have that. 4-way coordination by Elliot Fine and Marvin Dahlgren. You know, I keep promising these guys I'm going to do a couple pages from their publications. Like I've been promising to do Mastering Your Tables of Time by Dave Stanek. And I will get to that when I can. And that's going to be within the next couple of weeks. But anyway, Dave Stanek studied with Marvin Dahlgren and Elliot Fine. So his book is extremely interested, and that's where his background is. And it's just, he's just an amazing drummer when it comes to coordination. You have the stick control, you have the 4-way coordination. What did you think of that book there, old dog? You know, when I first got it, like I said, and I was a young kid, I said, oh, wow, this is difficult, okay? And like I said, you don't need to buy it. You know, I'm just wondering who has it. It's a very complicated book, very complicated, great book. Marvin Dahlgren and Elliot Fine, that's their legacy to the drum community. They really contributed a whole lot. Great gentlemen. Great drummers. You don't have to get it. I mean, if you want, if you have it. Okay. Whoa, Robert and old dog. Way, all right. It's tough. That stick is twisted. All right, so we understand harmonic, cross harmonic. You remember what I did with the four-way coordination, okay? From the stick control book. It is actually from the four-way coordination. But I took the brilliance of George Lawrence Stone. Like I said, I took those two brilliant men and went over to the stick control with it, and now I have three brilliant men. Man, it's really great. So the four-way coordination or linear time, we all know it. I've gone over it a few different lessons. It's an interpretation of stick control book. You're looking at stick control book as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So when I count 1 and 3 and, it's the top. Example, I'm going to leave out 2 and 4 and. 1 and 3 and is right, left, right, left. So I'm going to have 1 and 2 and. Simple. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. When I come to 2 and 4 and, I'm going to play the bottom. The right is going to be the bass drum, the left is going to be the hi-hat. So if I play nice and slow, line 1, with that approach, that concept, I'd have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and linear. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just another way to do the stick control book. Yeah, it's a difficult book there, old dog. You agree with that? Example, if I have line 5, that's a nice one for linear. 1, 2, 3. And like I said before, I'm using my hi-hat, okay? You can use your double bass drums. I like that additional voice. If I'm using the bass drum, it would be 1, 2. That's what it would sound like. So I like to use 1, 1, line 5. You get that? When I come to 1 and 3 and, it's the top. Again, line 5, eliminating the 2 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I do it, use the 2 and 4 and. Up tempo a little bit, in tempo. You get it? Well, it is complicated, old dog, but it does a lot of good. It's four-way coordination, but today's game, you know, with 900 rack toms and 17 floor tom-toms and 110 cymbals, wow. You know, so the game has changed. I'd rather keep it simple. I normally play with 4 drums, but I added the floor tom-tom for an additional voice. Usually when I'm teaching, it's more like a music stand. But hey, melodic coordination. Well, harmonic and melodic is the same thing. Harmonic. Well, melodic, yeah, I guess you could say that. Harmonic and melodic. I think that's the same thing. I have to look that up. I'll get to that tonight with you. Harmonic and melodic. Well, melodic, you know, it's basically the same thing. Harmonic. That's melodic. Or a different voice. Or. Okay? I don't know the definition of melodic coordination. I will get back to you with that one. I haven't thought about that, melodic. But the harmonic and cross harmonic, and by itself, I look at it as linear or four-way coordination. Line 5 is my favorite. I could do the voices like this. A whole different texture. I have to get back to you with that one, Robert. I'm sorry. I will email you the definition as soon as we finish the lesson. Now you got my curiosity. I know it's in there. Now, I've been working all night and most of the last night and most of this morning trying to put together an additional publication, which is Rudimental Breakdown, a Natural Approach. That's with the levels. Yes, it is. It's in the four-way coordination, Robert. I'll get back to you with that one, okay? Now, a lot of guys say, well, what do I need rudiments for? Well, or there's a lot of people who practice your rudiments. You know, when I first started, there was 26 basic rudiments. Today there's 40. To me, there's only 3. Single, double, and flams. And everything else is a combination of those 3. So with the definition hybrid, every rudiment you play is a hybrid. Okay? And I don't know where they come up with these names. My mother's washing machine, or the kitchen sink, you know, even that patty fla fla. Huh. I don't know where they come from, but there's a combination of a variety of rudiments that's labeled as hybrid. If you look at the stick control book, 1 through 72, every one of those lines after line 5, well, starting with line 5, is a hybrid rudiment. Line 5 is a combination of singles and doubles. Line 6, again, singles and doubles, or triples and doubles, or whatever. Okay, we have any questions on anything so far for today? And gentlemen and ladies and guys and girls, is there anything in particular you would like to go over? Okay, I was early today. I'm going to stay as late as I possibly can. Anything you want to go over that we have done in the past, or you want to ask a question not related to what we've been doing, but something new? Triplet fill-ins, jazz time, samba. The Mozambique, I don't know really. I mean, I haven't never worked on it. The sango a little bit. Any questions and anything any requests, come out into the chat and say, yo, how do you get faster singles? I just got an email from one of the other instructional sites. How to make your singles faster in 5 days. Whoa. Huh. That don't make no sense. The slower you practice something, the faster it gets. Come on, guys, help me out. The 5s, okay, we'll do that. You want me to just to play the 5s or come into the 5s, old dog? It's called a quintuplet. Like you have triplet, quartuplets, and quintuplet. Quintuplet is a grouping of 5 notes. Now, the way it's displayed in the table of time, you're accenting the first stroke of the grouping of 5. It's just very simple. I'll get to that in a second. The single 5. The single 5. Hey, you got me crazy. The grouping of 5. I have my quarter note. If I'm playing eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I did there was get 2 notes equal distance between the quarter note. If I play triplets, I got 3 notes equal distance between the quarter notes. 16th notes, a grouping of 4. Now the grouping of 5. I need to get 5 strokes equal distant between the quarter notes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So I'm going to break it down. I'm going to start on the table of time from the first line to the groupings of 6, okay? So you have 1, 2, line 2, line 3, triplets, sixteens, grouping of 5, six, now you really want to get into that. You want me to trade 4s and 8s with a bass player? All right, wait, hold on a second. Good. Okay, I'll get to that. All right, does that help you out, old dog? Let me give you guys an exercise that'll really not drive you crazy, but really get your timing together. You set the metronome where you're able to say, play the groupings of 5 equally, okay? And you come up with a formula from the stick control book. You say, okay, R's equal 5. L's equal groupings of 3, that's the triplet. Line 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get that exercise there, old dog? It'll take practice. All right, now, a question. The American One Productions, New Jersey. You're in New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey. Whereabouts in New Jersey are you, America? What's your first name anyway? All right, the 4-stroke rough, as I learned it from the Buddy Rich book, was always the 4-stroke rough. And for quite some time it was the 4-stroke rough. Then I believe it was Vic Firth came up with the 40 rudiments and changed some names. Why? I don't know. Okay, so now the 4-stroke rough name, AKA single 4. Now I'm working, as a matter of fact, I was working on the 4-stroke rough and I put AKA single 4. And I took different levels of the 4-stroke rough, and I've been working on the 4-stroke rough, single paradiddle, double paradiddle, and triple paradiddle. Troy, okay, Troy. All right, now, well, we have the 4-stroke rough, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Single 4. A couple years back, there was a young lady doing instructional videos on YouTube. And I never really thought about the changes. And she was demonstrating a single 4 and a single 5. And I replied, I said, why are you calling it a single 4 and a single 5 when it's a 4-stroke rough and a 5-stroke rough? Well, the names have changed. Why? Like I said, I just don't know. Okay, so now, trading 4s. There's a sequence that occurs when you're doing you're in a 12-bar blues, or you're doing a 32 measure tune. But we're going to eliminate that. We're going to take 4 measures as the bass player is playing. Now usually when that happens, I'm not playing. The bass player is playing 4 measures, and then after he finishes his 4 measures, I'm going to take 4 measures. And then he'll play 4 measures back and forth. But I'm going to play this as the bass player, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. Ding da ding da 4 bass da da. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4, so on and so forth. No problem, dear Troy. Stay in touch. Did you see that, Jim? The fours? It's just 4 bars. A bing bong ding dong 2 2 3 4 3 2 3 4 4 2 3 4 1. 2 2 3 4 3 2 3 4. Whatever I want to play. 4 measures with the bass player, 4 measures to me. Okay? Now there's a sequence with that. If you're playing, you're playing a 12-bar blues with some band or something, you're sitting in, then you follow, when do I stop the 4s? When do they begin? Well, usually what happens, they're playing, if you understand the concept, the 12-bar blues, you're humming that over and over and over and over again. So the sax player turns around to you, the drummer, and puts up 4 fingers, 4s. Now, once the tune has completed the 12 measures, you take the first 4, he takes the next 4. You take the first 4, vice versa. Back and forth, that way, until it's ended. You want to take it 4 times, 5 times that sequence, you do that. Now, 4s and 8s are the same thing. Now, honestly, I mean, you could be creative with 4s and you could be creative with 8s. Now, you don't feel it, you guess. That's not, you don't feel it. Okay? You take hold of it. All right? You're doing, the bass player, 1, ding, dong, ding, ding, ding. So I'm hearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, me. Bop. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, bing, gong, ding, ding, ding. 4 measures, 4 measures. You're counting 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, drums. We 1, ding, ding, that 2, 3, 2, 4, 4, 2, 3, bass 2, 3, 4, 2. That's how it works. I'm counting. You're feeling the count. Eventually, you will feel 4 bars. You're not feeling it. You guess. You keep hold of. You keep your place. You don't want to give him 4.5 measures. You want to give him 5. Then you'd be stepping on his toes. Okay, that's the way it works. That's how technically it works, 4 and 4. But like I said, you're doing 12 bars. Okay, that's 3 measures of 4. So I said if you take the first 4, the bass player takes the next 4. You take the next 4. That's 12 measures. Now the bass player, the bass player, and then you again, over and over again until the band comes in. It's not just feeling it. That one, is that one you're talking about? There's a melodic line, okay? But that tune has an ostinato to it. And, if you've been playing for quite a long time, to play that tune or hum that tune, it's strange, man. So I just keep feeling, so what? That is what I hear. That's what I feel. Okay? Yeah, you're counting in your head. And you're also pronouncing the count when you play. Just to make sure with that bass player that you're taking it for, he knows where the 4 is going to come and when he has to come in. Don't make you look like a fool. Dennis, so what? Okay, is that the tune you're talking about? So what? Is that the one you're talking about? Jim, that's not 4s. 4.5, 3.5. It's simple. Here's what, if you want to practice 4 measures. First off, if you look at the stick control book, the first line, you repeat it, that's a 4-measure increment. Then you vamp for an additional 4 measures, another 4-measure increment. So you're kind of training yourself how to feel 4 measures. You've been playing 100 years, you should feel the 4. But you still need to know your place. And here's a good way. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play simple, okay? Just play simple first. Go back and forth. You pretend there's a bass player, unless you have a live bass player. Don't start off extremely complicated. I was put on the spot one time. I was doing a clinic with John Riley and Steve Fiddick. And I had a bass player come by. I didn't know who it was. Never played with him before. And we're going to do 4s. And this guy was out there, man. How am I going to feel 4 there? When I establish it at first, which just a second, Dennis. When I establish this, the 4s, start off simple. Then you go out of the box to left field, whatever. The 4, the time is always going to be there. It's not going to change. So you're underlining that 4 measures. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's get to so what? Okay, so what? Big deal. It's a 32-bar tune. There's an introduction. Now, if you're going to listen to Miles Davis sometimes does some strange things. When I first, for example, learned the tune Milestones, and I was trying to figure it out from the recording, he added an additional 8 measures to the head. Confused the shit out of me. But when he got into it, he played 32 measures. So you got to be careful with Miles. You know, it depends on what he was smoking or what he was shooting. It's the truth. Anyway, So What is a 32-bar tune. It's a difficult tune, but you could walk your way through that and feel it. Ba-da-ba-doo-ba-dee-dee, ba-da-ba-doo-ba-dee-ka-dink-ka-da-da, da-da, ba-ba-da, whatever, however, I forgot how it goes. But you keep doing that during the head, the solos. The solos, you're there. Ba-da-ba-dee-ba-doo-ba-doo, and you're playing time. Okay? For 32 measures, that's 1 verse. Or verse would be the 8 measures. The whole tune is the chorus. That's the tune. So the way that works, standard-wise, if you're listening to it, like I said, Miles Davis is a little strange, so you got to be careful. He adds and subtracts because you're trying to figure it out. But if you're taking the head is going to keep going on. It's pronounced twice, and then the improvs start. Once the improvs start, you're inside that melody. You better be humming it. If you don't know it, you're going to hear it come out of the improv, so you know where you're at. And by playing for a long period of time that way, with that concept, A, B, A, it's going to be there. You're going to know where you're at all times. It's not easy. You know, it's something, you know, you don't go to a jam, an open jam, say, all right, let's play So What, and you don't know the tune. You're in trouble, man. What's this from Robert? Okay, let's see. Where you going, Dennis? Robert? All right, we'll see everybody tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm not going to end yet. I just want some more questions. That's a good one, Dennis. Dennis, your hands look really good. I'm waiting for Jimmy to send me a video of him. And Troy, do you have a camera? Can you send me a video of you, say, doing a vamping exercise or explaining the paradiddle, down, up, tap, tap? Can you do that for me, Troy? Robert, we'll see you tonight at 7, yes? Any more questions, gentlemen? Ladies? I didn't realize it's that late. Listening, that's the magic word, listening. How to work, it's a skill. You know, if you really want to learn the heads of tunes, let me just share with you my experience. Okay, I go to an open jam, and the leader or whoever's hosting the jam yells out a tune. I said, uh-oh, I don't know it. Exit Freddie the Freeloader. Ba-da. That one, remember that one? So it's a 12-bar tune. So I said, all right, well, I could just play time and try to get away with it, which I did. But, it wasn't really me playing. It was me playing time to the tune. All right, so what I would do after I got beat up musically, I would go home, listen to that tune constantly until if you were a phlebotomist taking my blood and you put my blood under the microscope, you would see Freddie the Freeloader. Huh. Over and over and over again. Sleep with the tune, hum the tune, sleep with the tune, listen to the tune, over and over again. Then you go back to the jam session and play the same tune again. You'll see the difference. Okay? And that's the growth. The more you play the tune, the more familiar you become with the tune. The way out, all right, is just playing time, but that's not playing the tune. That's keeping time for the musicians that you're playing with. Okay? So you really want to be able to play the tune, hum the tune, because you should be able to improvise within that. Okay, Jim, what do you got here? It's just a lesson. Is Troy still here? Mr. Troy, you here? Do you understand what I said there, Dennis? That tune has to be part of you, man. Playing jazz is not easy. It's actually easier than what you think it is because you make it complicated. But all you need to do is live the tune until it becomes part of you. That's what I do. Freddie the Freeloader, Milestones, Autumn Leaves, Satin Doll, A Moment's Notice. And also a good listening skill would be to get some Charlie Parker tunes. Charlie Parker will help you out immensely. You might not like the tune, so what? Listen to the tune. And you get stronger, your listening skills become stronger, and you understand. And it's actually better if you had sheet music. I have a lot of fake books, John Coltrane, Charlie Parker, Miles Davis, and I put the tune on. And I follow it through with the fake book. Okay? And then from that, it becomes part of me because I hum it over and over again. And it never goes away. You could hum a tune this week for 2 weeks and not hum it for another 6, 7 months, and all of a sudden you hear it, yeah, that's it. You'll know it again. It's part of you. That's how you develop the listening skills. You understand that, Dennis? So, Dennis, you want to be a jazz musician, huh? Okay, let me, if there's no more questions, I really wish Troy would get on the computer here and say hello again, thank you, or yeah, what do you want, or something like that. Okay, guys, we'll be back tonight, 7 p.m., same location. Again, Thursday, there is no lesson. And I need a response from Dennis. Does that make any sense to you, Dennis? And Troy? Maybe tonight I'll open up, Jim, with 4 measures on the snare drum with the brushes and a 4-measure drum solo. Okay? Well, then you have to work at it very, very hard, Dennis. You have to live it. You're welcome, old dog. Let me tell you something, Dennis. I always wanted to play Latin music, and that's a whole different concept than what we're doing now. And a good friend of mine, he passed away, is Chuck Silverman. And This is going back maybe 30 years ago. Mercy, Lord be. Wow. And first off, who's this? Joey Morgan. Eastern Standard Time, Joey. Okay, anyway, one thing, I mean, besides the fact that he knew a lot about, Chuck Schumer knew a lot about Latin music, is he said something that stuck with me. If you want to learn Latin music, you have to live amongst Latin people. You have to eat their beans, live their lifestyle, and that's their lifestyle is that music, and you'll learn it faster. Sure, you don't have to do that. You'll learn, but it's a lot easier living that lifestyle. Okay, and then that's how you want to become a jazz musician. All right, live jazz. Go to open jam sessions. Play the triplet mode, the jazz patterns, open time, out of the box, all these terminologies. All right, I need to go. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Joey, where are you from, Joey? We have a lot of people today. So, Joey, where are you from, Joe? You from the U.S. or outside, maybe the U.K. or Canada or whatever? I know that there's a big delay here, and it's not easy. I'll just wait for one more response before I close it down. Oregon. All right, Joe. That's Pacific time, right? So therefore now it's it's 11, almost 11 o'clock. Not a hobby. Drumming's a lifetime. Senior hobby, or if you want to refer to it that way, it's not a hobby. Hobby is something you do out of boredom. If you want to hang out with these lessons and you want to go forward and you want to become a better drummer, just follow what I do. Listen to what I do and do it. And if you want to join the site, email me. That's Matt Patella, Matt Patella 1001 at gmail.com. We have Jim do that for us. Thank you, Jimmy. Okay. So, 7 p.m. tonight. That would be 4 p.m. your time, Joey. I'm going to probably start a little earlier. Just I want to loosen up. I want to get behind my set. I want to make a video this afternoon, sometime if I can, of additional snippets from the stick control book formula. Okay, guys. Thank you for stopping by. I hope I helped out somewhat, and hopefully I'll see everybody again. Have a good day.